Saturday night on the undercard of Ricardo Malajika against Jason Mama. There will also be the return of Rourke Knapp against another Filipino opponent. And also on the card, we will have an IBO All Africa female title bout between two undefeated ladies, both from Cape Town. Ironically, the fight's ending up in Joburg. But it's great that they got this opportunity on this big platform to showcase their skills. Somebody's hero has got to go, and it is for the IBO All Africa female junior featherweight title. It's Simamkele Tuntsheni against Caleigh Swart. Which girl will come through undefeated? If you're interested in talking about that, then stick around and let's break down the fight. Okay, Simamkele Tuntsheni and Caleigh Swart. I've seen both these female junior featherweight super bantamweight fighters up close at ringside, several of their fights. So they are exciting female fighters, and they are interesting prospects to me. Not only because they're from my neck of the woods, but they bring it. You know, Caleigh Swart is 5-0 at the moment with one knockout, and she's an absolute workhorse. She goes to war, you know, and she's had to come in that short career. She had to overcome some adversity because her opponents didn't all lie down easy. You know, they fought back, and she really throws down. Now, Caleigh Swart, she is a volume puncher. She's a workhorse, as I've said. She has a very high amount of energy. She throws a lot of punches in bunches, and she just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. And she's in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I'm not too fond about Caleigh Swart sometimes. It's almost, you know, if you've seen a karate competition, it's almost just jumping in a straight line, and jumping back in a straight line. You know, in the last fights that I've seen at Cabo Beach Club, she got off it a bit and moved to the side when she got out. But every now and then she falls into that thing of going straight back in and straight back out. You know, so that is one thing that I'm not too fond of. You know, doesn't seem to have a big punch, but the female fighters, they seldom do. And so that's Caleigh Swart. Now, Simamkele Tuntsheni is 7-0 with 3 knockouts. Now, Simamkele is the Western Cape female champion, and in that fight, she had to go 10 rounds against Lufuna Muchai. I was at that fight as well. Muchai was tough. She couldn't really get her out of there, so she just boxed very well, and she did that 10 rounds without breaking a sweat. And if you compare that to Caleigh has never been beyond 6 rounds. They're going to have to do 10, you know, so that's good experience that Simamkele Tuntsheni has. They have some common opponents. Pamela Mtungwa, they both won on points. That was Simamkele Tuntsheni's last fight. She didn't look too good in that fight to me, you know. She sort of looked a bit winded. She labored a bit, you know. She looked a bit flat to me. I understand she's got all sorts of things going on outside of boxing. She even plays female rugby. I hope she's not doing that now, you know. Well, if this fight is coming up, I'm sure she isn't. But, you know, maybe she wasn't completely focused for Pamela Mtungwa fight. Then you know, another common opponent that they have is Anam Kuza. Now, Caleigh Swart went to war with Anam Kuza. They had a really back and forth, really good scrap, you know, which Caleigh won. And after that, Kuza fought Simamkele Tuntsheni, and she went in there and she stopped her and she got her out there. I think it was 3 rounds, blasted Anam Kuza away. So you cannot say because fighter A, you know, went to war with a common opponent and fighter B blew them away, that means fighter B just beats fighter A. You can't say that because styles make fights. But what you can gauge is that Simamkele Tuntsheni has the better power of the two. She's got a bit more whack in her shots, especially from a distance. So I think she's got it over Caleigh Swart in the power department. We're going to have to see. Caleigh, even though she has yet to go 10 rounds, work rate is higher. I like high work rate. And I think it's gonna be a great clash of styles. Because Tuntsheni, more or less, Swart likes to be in the pocket. She likes to exchange, you know, and outwork you. Whereas Tuntsheni is more of a boxer who tends to pick her spots. Even though in the last fight she labored there on the inside with Mtungwa, but you know, that is also a thing. Now, if you look at their records, the only one who has fought a fighter with a winning record, the female divisions unfortunately are just not that deep. Here in South Africa, not that many female fighters around. So, you know, the only one of the two girls who beat a fighter with a winning record, meaning a fighter that's won more fights than they lost, you know, that is also Simamkele Tuntsheni. She won a decision over Aditya Mimu. And all of Caleigh's opponents had losing records, you know, so there's also that in there. So although with the performances in the ring and the level of resistance that she's received, you know, that gave Caleigh some seasoning. We know she can overcome adversity, but Simamkele has had maybe slightly the better opponents. Although I've yet to see her where she really gets banged about, you know, and made to, you know, regroup and work hard. You know, so I don't know how she's going to react to that. So you guys here, especially you guys here with me in the Western Cape, tell me who do you have in this female fight. Is it going to be Caleigh Swart? Is it going to be Simamkele Tuntsheni? Why and how do they win? For me, you know, I have to stick my head out. I have to pick somebody. I think it's going to be a great fight. I can see Caleigh Swart just with a superior work rate, outworking Simamkele Tuntsheni. I think it all depends whether Tuntsheni can hurt Caleigh. Can keep her at the end of a jab, can hurt her. They don't look like anyone's got a huge reach advantage. If they stand face to face, they look more or less the same size. I think Tuntsheni, as I said, I think she's got a bit more in her shots. And I think Caleigh does get caught. You know, Caleigh's going to have to use more angles in this fight. Be a little bit smarter rather than just go work, you know. So I'm thinking that Simamkele Tuntsheni is going to, over the course of a fight, land the harder shots, you know, as Caleigh Swart come in, you know, land the more eye-catching shots, perhaps score a knockdown. One of my friends here in the Western Cape thinks Tuntsheni is going to knock out Caleigh Swart. We'll see, but you know, I'm going here for Simamkele Tuntsheni to win a close decision over Caleigh Swart. I think just the more whack on the shots is going to carry the fight as it goes on. So that's what I'm thinking. So tell me what you think. And until we see each other again, remember to keep those hands.